Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have decided to do a everyday makeup look. I don't really want to call it a tutorial because I don't do things that everybody else does, and everybody else does, everybody's different, and I'm no different to that. So yeah, as you can see, blank face, and yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so first I use concealer. It's the Maybelline New York, and it's the Fit Me in shade medium or number 25. So what I normally do is I just put some under my eyes to get rid of all my wonderful bags. I do it down to the middle of, to where my lip is, just to sort of draw attention away from the said bags. I'll do it on this side the same, and then I fill it in like so. And then what I normally do, considering that I have a lot of red under my nose and on my actual nose, I just dab under here and up here. Also what I like to do is I like to just sort of come up over my eyebrows. Same on the other side. And then I just sort of bring it down here or anywhere I have spots or red. And then, oh, I forgot, I normally put some just on here. So it tends to make my eyeshadow stand out a little bit more. And then I just get a makeup sponge and just blend it all in. And this is what it looks like when it's all blended and all that. The next step I use is it's like a foundation, but it's a powder foundation. So it's the Nude by Nature. It's the Pressed Mineral Cover in shade medium. So as you can see, I have used most of it because I absolutely love this brand, True Death. It's just like one of the only makeup brands that doesn't make my skin look orange. So I'm happy about that. So what I just do is I just use my little kabuki brush, just rub it in. And then I just rub it in on my face. And the other thing I like about this brand is that you don't need to use a lot of it. As you saw, I only used one little dab or swirl, whatever you want to call it, and that did my whole face. So I'm happy about that. So the next one I use is by the same company, Nude by Nature again. It is the Finishing Veil. So it's the Mineral Finishing Veil. And it's also just a powder. And I think I'm almost out. So I just use a little bit, just dab that on. like so, and then voila! So that's that part done, which is, I would call, the kind of the easy part. So the next thing I do is I fill in my eyebrows. So what I use is just a basic eyeshadow palette, which I also use this for my eyeshadow. I use it because it just sort of blends in with my actual eyebrow colour. So yeah, this is just a BYS, just a local thing that you'd buy for like, I don't know, $2 or something from like a chemist or anywhere pretty much around here. So, and I use the darkest colour on the palette. I just rub that on like so, and just fill in my eyebrows. So there is one done, and there is the second one. So they're pretty easy to do, so I'm happy about that. So the next thing I do is my eyeliner. Now I use at the moment I'm using the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. Yeah, it's just a wind up, so I don't really need a sharpener, which is good. And I only use a little bit at a time, so it's lasted me a fair while. So what I do is I do top and bottom. It just seems to work for me that way, so yeah. So I do it like so. So that's the bottom done, and then I go and do the top. Then I just sort of clean up any mess, which is normally always the case. And that is my eyeliner done. So the next thing I do is eyeshadow. Again, I use the same palette I used for my eyebrows, but this time I use pretty much all of the colours on the actual palette. So I start with, again, the darkest colour, and I do it just on this part here. I don't go any further up, just to about here, and I do that on both eyes, like so. So I then use another brush, just one of these ones. This came in the Nude by Nature brush kit, so I'm happy about that. And then I use my next two colours. I just sort of mix them both together and just brush that on there like so. And then I do up to my eyebrow from where I finished my first colour. I do it up and sort of outwards. And again, I do that on both eyes. Now, as you can see, it's a bit uneven, so I used the lightest colour on my palette to blend them all together. And there you have my eye. That's how it should look. And on the other eye. And there you have my eyeshadow. Normally I would just leave it like that, but it also depends what I'm doing, where I'm going, and all that stuff. So if I want to make my lips look, or put lipstick on, I tend to make my lips look bigger, and how I do that is a cheap way, makeup way, easy way if you want to get big, fuller looking lips. So what I just use is, again, just use my concealer and just run it over the outline of the lip, top and bottom. This is definitely got to be my favourite makeup trick because it just doesn't make my lips look huge, but it doesn't make them look small either. So I just get another one of these brushes and just blend it in, and then towards the end I use my finger to finish it all up. So that is that. You can probably already tell the difference. I know I can. They just look a little bit fuller, not too much, not too over the top of course, so yeah. And then what I use is just a little compact I got from a company called Mary Kay. It's the Raisin and Rose colour lipsticks. It's a bit of a mess because I've had it for quite a while. I just use both colours just to give my lips a bit of colour. Yeah. And then I use the rose colour just to give it a bit of pop. And there is my lip colour. And then what I normally do is I just normally get the brush and just dab it over it to seal it and make sure it doesn't come off. Then normally I would use just a little cheap lip gloss to give it a little bit more definition. And then I'll just fix any bits up. And there you have it, my complete makeup look. Yeah, it's pretty quick, pretty simple, pretty easy to do. It's what works best for me, so it's what I do. Like I said, it may not work for everybody else, but yeah. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it, favorite it, do what you gotta do, and all that jazz. And subscribe, because that would be awesome. And as always, I will see you tomorrow later.